How's it going, everybody? Crazy here. I'm back again with another reaction. Now, I have to admit this. I have not listened to this song in ages until I watched Five Nights at Freddy's when it was released on October 27th, 2023. And what better song to be put in that movie? Like, no lie. And it's like, it fits, it fucking ties in so well with the movie. If you haven't watched Five Nights at Freddy's, download Peacock right now. Now, because of that, like, I've been sitting on it and sitting on it. Like, I've watched Five Nights at Freddy's a couple of times, and God, I love that. I love that scene where they start singing this song, "Talking in Your Sleep." Freddy's got a wonderful voice. No lie. But like, I was listening to it on the way home from work tonight, and I thought to myself, you know what? I definitely need to react to the official music video for "Talking in Your Sleep" by the Romantics. Why? Because it came out in 1983, and I've never seen it. I figured since it was popular in the 80s and every song that played on the radio that was a smash hit and played on the radio definitely had a music video for it. So here we go. "Talking in Your Sleep" by the Romantics. Sans Freddy Fazbear, unfortunately. Okay, what the hell? Oh, snap. Okay, she's naked. Well, what the hell's going on with that? Okay. And yes, this is what the 80s looked and smelled like. You know Like, it's interesting to see this music video. Like, this came out in 1983. So, like, this song came out in September of 1983. So it's perfect when you think about the movie Five Nights at Freddy's. Because if you know the lore behind the video games and the graphic novels and now the movie, like, the whole idea was like, okay, like, Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria basically hit its peak in 1983 until the big bite of 1983, which caused the store to shut down. And so at the time in the movie, this was number 3 in the Billboard top 200 singles. And that's why even in 2023, like 40 years into the future, they're still singing this song. You know, the animatronics, you know, Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, Cupcake. You know, so they're still singing this song to this day, you know, in movie lore or graphic novel lore. But we're not even focusing on the music video in and of itself, except for all the funky hookups that they were wearing in 1983. Yes, this is what the 80s looked and smelled like. Heartbeat. This was sex appeal back in the day. But look at this, like, they're all wearing lingerie, 90s. Oh yeah. Look at those transitions. Now, this is one thing that is pure about the 80s. I will tell you this as a truth. Back in the 80s, the uglier you were, the more chicks you got. Look at that guy. Although, like, I can guarantee you that I've seen worse. But, like, I'm taking a look at the lyrics too. Tell me that you want me. Want me. Blink, dude. Yup. And I know that I'm right. If I hear it in the night, I hear secrets that you keep. Now, when you take a listen to the actual lyrics, basically what he's singing about in the song is like there are people out there who, like they're very secretive and stuff like that when they're awake and stuff, but there are times where people will mumble things in their sleep, things that they believe in their subconscious. Um I've been in relationships with people who do that. Um and so it's like, okay, their deepest, darkest secrets embedded into their mind that they'll never let out unless they're high or completely fucking drunk. Or in this case, being asleep, they will mumble things because, like when you're asleep, the subconscious takes over, and your subconscious is going to say those things that they keep inside, if that makes sense. I'm pretty sure that makes sense. Like, I don't know why, but this fits so well with Five Nights at Freddy's. Whoa. Yup. Okay. That little echo is definitely like a little earworm right there. I love that. I love that echo. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Oh, she's got a little teddy. And they're all sleeping, standing up. Yup. Oh shit, she turned into Marilyn fucking Monroe. So let's see that again. Yeah, and then she just turns into Marilyn Monroe. So like she dreams of being like Marilyn Monroe. Haha. Wow, look at that guitar. That was fashionable in '83. Bonnie's guitar looked better. I'm just saying. Look at that neck bob. Does this dude blink at all? Like, his stare is just creepy. It's almost like staring at an animatronic bear who's trying to murder you. Wow. Fall asleep, sleep. See, it's a very unique music video for its time and place, I'm not gonna lie. I'm also trying to take a look at the atmosphere and shit. Like, I'll tell you this, like, this right here is just a complete slow dissolve transition. But, like, the floor and the walls are all black tarp with lighting on it that's creating that effect. And it kind of has, like, that shimmer effect. Now, like, all it's basically showing in this music video, is, like, it's all these women in nightgowns standing in unison, and they're all standing sleeping. So like, okay, obviously the romantics being surrounded by beautiful women in the 80s. And like, obviously it's basically saying, okay, you take a look, the obvious phrase being the fucking chorus, of course. I hear the secrets that you keep when you're talking in your sleep. So they're just waiting around, waiting for one of these women to say something, which is why, like, when he put his hand over that woman's face, it's like she dreams of being like Marilyn Monroe. Because that's what I got out of that shot. Yes, because women don't know how to fucking open up like we do. No, that's sexist. I know some women do, but like, there are a lot of women who really like to hold in their true feelings about people, places, and things. Or, like, there's a lot of women who like hold those secrets, and I believe that that's what that's one of the points is like, okay, when you're sleeping, you're going to let go of that. You know, your consciousness is not going to be, and I'm talking about this on a scientific level, but your consciousness is not going to be able to withhold that even in your sleep. You're going to be mumbling something, and it's going to be the deepest, darkest secrets that you hold within yourself. Everything about you is a mystery. It's like, what are your dreams and aspirations and all of that shit? Oh, wanting me, needing me, loving me. I like that bass riff too. Look at how lively the drummer is though. Boom, 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 boom. Blink, motherfucker. Looking down at your guitar does not count as blinking. Look at this dude. He has the creepiest fucking stare. Like, okay, like, why is he just staring at me? Like, he looks like he fucking got drunk and he's like staring at me in lovingly eyes. I know not me specifically, but it feels like me. The sway, though. Did you hear that? Did you hear that bass go doo? Like, I gotta hear that again. Like, try to focus on it. Man, those leather pants too. Yep. Oh yeah, that's not creepy at all. Yep, and then they fade out. Okay, and now all the women wake up at the very end of the music video, and that's the end of the music video. So like this entire time, they've been sleeping until the song ends. Like, I know I shit talk this music video and everything, and I'm making fun of it. But, you know, like, come on, it's the fucking 80s. Like, I was born in 82. Okay, that's one of the reasons why I never saw this music video and didn't even know it had a music video that existed. I know of the song, though, you know. And the Romantics do have a couple of other hits that they've come out with, you know, but like the song in and of itself, I love. And when it concerns like now with it being in Five Nights at Freddy's, if you've watched it, it makes so much sense that this song would be placed in that movie as like the main song that they have put into the trailer and everything else. I mean, it all ties in so well. Spoiler alert. Hopefully it's not too much of a spoiler, but if you haven't seen some of the stuff that's on like Instagram or TikTok where people have done mishmashes of parts in the movie and everything, the main character basically lost his brother, and the only knowledge that he has about it, he's able to dream about it. So he's sleeping, like he tries to put himself to sleep so he can put the pieces together to figure out who kidnapped his brother. And he's also working at Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria, so he sleeps during that point. And that is like the one song that plays, you know, that Freddy Fazbear, Chica, and Bonnie play all the time. And at the same time, it's like, okay, you have the big bite of 1983, which caused Freddy Fazbear's to close down in 1983. This song came out in 1983, and it was the number 3 hit in the US. So it all fucking ties together. And I thought that that's, when you think about it, like when you put those pieces together, it all fits perfectly. And that's a good reason why this song ends up being placed in Five Nights at Freddy's. And I figured, okay, you know, it all ties in together. And on top of that, I find that song to be a very good song. Like the beat of the song in and of itself is really fucking, you know, still, I guess it's a classic at this point, you know. And me being a sucker for bass, you hear that pretty prominently. Doo doo, doo doo, doo doo. I love that. So I felt like this was a good time to be able to do that because Five Nights at Freddy's and being a gamer nerd and all of that and understand and getting into the lore of it in such a quick amount of time because like I'll be honest with you, like I didn't catch on to I didn't really catch on to the Five Nights at Freddy's craze when it fucking lifted. Like I started getting into it probably about maybe a year ago, and it was because of my favorite person who got me the flag. I gotta shout that out, because she also grew up on Five Nights at Freddy's, and my kids now are also getting into Five Nights at Freddy's. My son, my youngest son, my 6-year-old, is definitely into Five Nights at Freddy's, watching all the YouTube videos about it and everything, and it's fantastic. Um, but all of that aside, this song being placed in that movie, brilliance, absolute brilliance. And it revitalizes this song on top of that. Low key, it does. So I don't have anything else to say. The music video, in and of itself, is ridiculous, especially with it being 40 years old now. This music video is 40 years old. And looking back at that, the ridiculousness of this music video, I mean, it was probably fresh for its time. But looking at it now, with all of the other stuff that I've watched in comparison, absolutely ridiculous and kind of creepy. Um, Especially that dude that just doesn't know how to blink. But enough about that. I'm gonna get up out of here. Thank you guys for watching this with me. If by the grace of God you want to watch this on your own, link is gonna be in the description. Like this video, share it, subscribe to the channel. You know the whole drill. Check out my merch store, and if you're feeling generous, go ahead and shoot me a thanks. With that being said, I'm crazy. That was my reaction. That music video was god awful in my opinion, but I love the song and Five Nights at Freddy's. So with that being said, I'm out of here. Deuces.